this beautiful, almost spring day. We've only got another week to wait, and I'm counting down the hours now till we get to the beautiful spring and selling season of Melbourne real estate. By way of introduction, David Stewart is my name. I obviously will be your auctioneer this morning, and we're assisted today by Andrew and Mosca, who've been running the campaign, also Jeff and Kyle, and we proudly represent iTRAK Real Estate. Now, today's auction will take three parts. First of all, I'll go through the particulars of sale. Secondly, a brief description of everything on offer here today. And third and finally, we will officially hand the property over to you for your spirit of bidding to determine which one of you lucky people get to call 2 at 39 Holloway Road, Croydon North, yours. Now, the particulars of sale are as follows. The vendor's agent is iTRAK Real Estate. We are selling for and on behalf of our vendor the property described as Lot 2, Plan of Subdivision, PS 508 406Q, Volume 10699, Folio 621, and obviously more commonly known to all of us as Unit 239 Holloway Road, Croydon North. Now, the goods and chattels included in today's sale are all fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature as inspected. We are selling by public auction, whereby, unless you have a previously arranged agreement with Andrew or Mosca, a 10% deposit is required at the fall of the hammer, and the balance of purchase money is to be paid in a very flexible 30 to 60 days at the choice of the highest accepted bidder here today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as far as deposits go, technology allows us to be very flexible in these areas these days. We can take a $5,000 initial deposit today by bank transfer on your mobile phone, and you can shuffle some money around over the next couple of days and pay the balance of deposit on Mondays if you wish. That's more than acceptable in today's with today's technology. Now, the rules of today's auction are in accordance with the REIV, of which iTRAK Real Estate are members, and they are as follows. Subject to the vendor's reserve price, the highest bidder whose bid is accepted by the vendor shall be the purchaser. I, as the auctioneer, will determine the maximum which the bidding shall be advanced, or the minimum which the bidding shall be advanced, and no bid once made shall be retracted. If any dispute arises during the bidding, I, as the auctioneer, will determine the dispute or resubmit the property to you all at the last undisputed bid and ask for your continued bidding from that moment in time. The vendor reserves the right to bid once or more by their auctioneer, to refuse any bid, or to withdraw the property at any time without necessarily declaring the reserve price. I will indicate bids on request. Once you've started the bidding, if I'm nominating a figure, you can raise your hand or give me a nod from that moment in time if you want to continue bidding, but I do ask for your first bid to be called out, just to make it known that you are an interested party in the property today, and from there, just a raise of the hand or a nod is fine from that moment in time. The law prohibits the making of false bids and provides major fines for anyone trying to prevent others from bidding. I've never ever had a problem at any of the auctions I've ever had. We all look very friendly here today. I'm sure we won't have any issues. The law prohibits the making of vendor bids other than by myself as the auctioneer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not aware of what a vendor bid is, it is nothing more or nothing less than a nominated figure made by myself to simply suggest that the property will not be sold at a lower figure than that, and to ask for your continued bidding from that moment in time if you wish to secure the property. And as I've said, as the auctioneer, only I can make a vendor bid on behalf of the vendor. So that concludes the rules and the particulars of sale. So why are we all here? Well, we're here to buy what is a magnificent opportunity here, a beautifully presented 3-bedroom unit with a lovely floor plan. It is on a slab. It's just over 200 square metres of size. You find very, very few units in these type of locations with a double lock-up garage. So don't ever underestimate the value of that to you as you move forward. Obviously, there's plenty of parking out on a very quiet little street if you want to put the second car out there and use the garage for storage, which is a massive value for people buying a unit. Very few of them have the double lock-up garage, certainly very few at this price point. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you're bidding today, please don't underestimate the value of that. The location here in Croydon North, well, how beautiful is it? On the doorstep of the Yarra Valley, you're only really 5 minutes last few weeks we've had 70 buyers through and open for inspection. That tells us the market is on the move again. It does surprise me we've only got a handful of people here today, but that's only to your benefit. It's up to you whether you want to take advantage of that, because what I can be very, very sure about is in the weeks and months ahead, you will turn up to fantastically presented properties that are well priced like this one is today, and there won't be a handful of people there. There'll be 30, 40, maybe even 70 or 80 people there. So ladies and gentlemen, it's in your hands today to take advantage of that. Don't be the person that looks back in 3 or 4 weeks' time and says, geez, I remember that real estate agent told me about that, and look at all the competition we've got now. So please, I urge you, I love first home buyers securing their future. Take advantage of what's on offer here today and make sure that you secure this property so that you're on the merry-go-round of being a property owner and you can secure your future right here today, ladies and gentlemen, with this magnificent opportunity. There's always three possible outcomes of every auction. We either sell under the hammer once we've reached the reserve price on a first, second and third call to the highest bidder, and from that moment in time the property will be sold, and given the generosity of the reserve price here today, I would find it difficult to believe that that's not going to happen. But should we not quite reach the vendor's reserve price, there are two options that the auctioneer, as the auctioneer I have. I can pass the property into the highest bidder. If I pass the property into the highest bidder, that person has the exclusive right to be the first person to negotiate with the vendor, basically. If I pass the property in on a vendor bid, then basically we can have an auction after the auction but put blindfolds all over you, and all you know is what you're prepared to bid to. You don't know what anyone else is prepared to bid to. I don't know about you, but if I'm in any competitive situation, I'd like to know where my competition is. Whether it be a game of cards or buying a home, I'd like to know where my competition is. So ladies and gentlemen, this is your opportunity today. The person that buys this home today will look back in 5 or 6 years' time and say, geez, we made a very smart decision on the 24th of August back in 2019. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in your hands. All the very best. I'd love to be able to sell it to each and every one of you, but unfortunately I can only sell it to one of you. So ladies and gentlemen, start me wherever you like. Where do I see a fair and reasonable start here on this beautiful Unit 2, 39 Holloway Road here in Croydon North? Anywhere at all, ladies and gentlemen, in your hands. You have to bid to buy. It's like we'll be passing it in. You got a bid to buy, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't matter where we start. In a game of cards, if you want to find out who's got the joker, throw out the 4 of clubs. Find out who's got the joker pretty quickly. Yes? $400,000. That's a very good start. All the very best to you today. At $400,000, here we are, clearly bid, and away we go. At $400,000, I'll ask for a rise of 20. At $400,000, we're fairly bid. At $400,000, every hand should be up at 420. At $400,000, I'll pass it in if I have to. First call at $400,000. Where do I see 420? Second call at $400,000. Third, final call. Are we all done? Finished and silent at $400,000. At $400,000, I'll be passing the property in if I have to. I can't believe no one here thinks there's value more than that. At $400,000, clearly bid. Where do I see 420? At $400,000, everyone should have their hand in the air. We all know it. At $400,000, first call, I'll call it again. Second call at $400,000. Third, final call at $400,000. We all finished, done and silent. I am a bit surprised, ladies and gentlemen. I saw a gentleman shaking his head there. Surely you don't think it's not worth more than 400, sir? I'll take a vendor bid to $440,000 and I'll ask for rises of 10. At $440,000, still below the quote range, can I see you to 450, ma'am? At $440,000 vendor bid with me. At $440,000, can I say 450? At $440,000, it's great buying. At $440,000, is that a nod? Thank you very much. At $450, we clearly have. At $450,000, we've got now. At $450,000, I'll ask for a rise of 10. At $450,000, first call at $450, this is great buying. Second call at $450,000. Who wants to take me to 460? At $450,000 for third and final call. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can just give me half a moment, I'll seek some instructions with my vendor. Some very clear instructions. We're very aware that there's people here today that may not be able to bid under auction conditions, but we do have a person here today who can bid under auction conditions. So at this stage, what's happened is the vendor has reduced his expectations. I have a lower reserve price than what I started with. At $450,000, we have a live bid. I'm not taking another vendor bid. If there is no further bidding, we pass the property into this lady here, who will have the first right of refusal of the vendor's reserve price. If we do have higher bidding, hopefully we reach the reserve price and then we sell it under the hammer on a first, second and third call. But at this stage we're not quite there. We're not far away, I can assure you. But at this stage we're not quite there. So ladies and gentlemen, in the 30 or 40 seconds that you've got, have a think about how you're going to feel in 3 or 4 weeks' time when instead of half a dozen people are here, there's 60 people here, because the market is about to fly. The hardest thing to do is to get first home buyers to believe real estate agents when they say that. I've just had 45 buyers at the first open for inspection in Coldstream a week ago. So, ladies and gentlemen, at $450,000, I'll look for 10 if I can get it. If you want to give me 5, yell it out. But at $450,000, I'll call it 3 times and we'll be passing the property in. First call at $450,000. Second call at $450,000. Are we all done, finished and silent? Third call at $450,000. All silent, all finished. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attendance. I'm officially passing the property in. If you have any interest in this home, I ask you to stay around for the next 5 or 10 minutes. Thank you very much for your attendance. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy the sunshine. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.